Hi, Three Willow. I hope you're all well. So we are going to carry on with a bit of our science work that we started on Friday, I think. So last week we looked at how these two living things are different. So we have plants or trees and people. So I want you to have a quick pause and have a think about what we learned about the similarities and differences between plants and humans. Have a quick pause. Okay, so well done if you said that actually we're quite similar in a lot of ways. The one thing, so we both need shelter, we both need food, and we both need water, we both need air and things like that. Plants obviously need light as well. We don't really rely on light to live, okay? We can survive without light if needs be. Remember, think about winter and things like that. But the one thing that is very different between plants and humans is that plants can produce their own food. They can make it themselves. They can make it inside themselves. However, humans, we can't make our own foods from within us. We have to go find our food. We have to go hunt or go find it or gather it. Okay, so we know that plants can produce their own produce their own food, whereas we cannot do that. We have to go find it. So food is important for living things so they can stay healthy and survive, because food contains nutrients. Can you say the word nutrients? Now, this is a word that we came across last week as well, so we'll go into a bit more detail about that later. So nutrients are tiny microscopic bits in our food that our bodies use to be able to work properly. So we have they're packed inside our food. We can't see them, but when we eat them, we know that the nutrients is going in our bodies for it to work properly. Since humans cannot make their own food, so we can't produce it, they must eat and get nutrients into their body. So we have to eat our food to get the nutrients, okay? Whereas plants, they make it themselves within themselves. Our body needs a variety of food for three main functions. So I've got some clues here. So why do we think we need to have food or nutrients? There's a bit of a clue here. Think about what this man's doing. Have a think. So we need nutrients for energy, for exercising. If we don't have enough food, we don't get enough energy, okay? We can't do anything if we don't have the energy to do it, okay? So another reason why we have to consume food is for this reason. So have a quick think why we might need it for that, okay? Well done if you said for health, okay? For making us healthy, for making us that we make sure our body has the right thing, and to also if we have for healing ourselves as well, okay? We need food to help us feel better for our health and making sure that we can heal properly if we need to. And our last one, which is we've got a little baby, and what's happening to him? What's happening to him? Have a think. Well done if you said for growth. So nutrients is good for three reasons: for giving us energy, for making us healthy, and for helping us grow, okay? We must make sure that we have a balanced diet for all these three reasons, okay? For energy, health, and growth. So there are two types of nutrients. We've got macronutrients and micronutrients. Can you say macronutrients? Well done if you said macronutrients. So macronutrients are things like carbohydrates. Can you say that? Carbohydrates. Proteins. Brilliant if you said that. And fats. Okay, can you say that? Fats. Brilliant. And we're going to go into more detail about what these are in a minute. And then we have micronutrients. Can you say micronutrients? Brilliant. So we have things like vitamins and minerals. Okay, I think some of you might know what vitamins might mean, especially if you watch maybe a lot of those adverts about making sure you have the right vitamins in your bodies. And fiber. Brilliant. So we're going to go through those words really quickly. So we've got macronutrients and micronutrients. We've got carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins and minerals, and fiber. Humans need a mixture of all these things in order to have a balanced diet. That means a healthy diet, okay? And we're going to look into reasons why, okay? So we have carbohydrates, okay? Let's say that again, carbohydrates. Brilliant. So carbohydrate gives you energy, okay? Foods high in carbohydrates are foods like bread, pasta, some types of fruits, and potatoes. This is what gives you the energy to do things, okay? So if you eat a lot of carbohydrates, you have lots of energy, okay? You'll be able to do lots of things around your house, in and outside the house, okay? Then we have proteins. Can you say proteins? Brilliant. So proteins help your body grow and repair itself. Foods like meat, okay, like fish, beans, and yogurt, okay. These are high in protein. Protein is really important for our body because it helps build and helps grow muscles, okay. So especially, if you've hurt yourself, maybe you've broken a bone, you've got a little cut on your knee or whatever. If you have lots of protein like meat, it will help repair itself. It will help the body repair itself, okay? So let's recap. We've had carbohydrates, proteins, and now we're on to fats. Now this is an interesting one, okay? Because fats give you energy. They are also to help cushion and protect your organs. So the organs are basically things that are inside of your body, like your heart, your lungs, your stomach, your kidneys, your liver, okay? These are all things you need a layer of fat to protect you, okay? So things like nuts, oils, avocados, and butters. However, you've got to be careful with fats though, because obviously if you eat too much fats, you're obviously going to put on weight. So you need to make sure that this is why we have to talk about a balanced diet, okay? Making sure that you have the right amount of fats, because fats you only need a little bit of. So let's go on to our next one. Fiber. Can you say fiber? Well done. So fiber helps you digest your food that you've eaten. So the food that we eat, you need to make sure that you have lots of food like cereal, apples, whole grain bread, lentils, okay? So you need to make sure that when you're eating these sort of things, that they help you basically go to the toilet, okay? If you have the right amount of fiber in your body, you can go to the toilet much easier, okay? And also it helps you with your digestion as well. So we've got nutrients, okay? Things like water. Water helps move nutrients in our body and gets rid of the waste that you don't need. It's an essential nutrient from our survival. While it's really important to drink plenty of water, it's also remember that many foods contain water as well. So things like tomatoes, cucumber, lettuce, and strawberries, okay? So you might think, oh, well, I've not drank all day today, but I'm still feeling healthy. That might be because you've had water in other types of food that you've had, okay? So let's go through this really quickly. So we've got things like carbohydrates. So can you say carbohydrates? Well done. And these are things like bread, pasta, fruit, and potatoes. You've got things like proteins. So you say proteins? Brilliant, okay? Things like meat, okay? Fish, beans, yogurts, okay? You can eat a little bit of fat. So things like nuts, oils, avocado, butter. Remember, that's to protect your organs. Some fats are good for us, okay? But we need to make sure that we have it in proportion of everything else. We need to have fiber. You say fiber? Brilliant. Fiber helps us digest our food and helps us basically go to the toilet if we need to and make sure that the food that we have is digested properly, okay? Then we have nutrients, things like water, okay? Things that help us flush out all the bad things of our body, making sure that we have the things that we need, okay? Things like vitamins, okay? That keep our body healthy and basically we don't get poorly or ill. So things like tomatoes, cucumbers, lettuce, strawberries. So To ensure that people are getting a good mix of the necessary nutrients to stay healthy, the Food Standard has created a model to show us a recommended amount of food type of what each person or an average person should have in their food. So we've got our starchy carbohydrates, so things like bread, rice, pasta, some cereal. We've got fruits and vegetables, so making sure we have a large amount of this, okay? We've got dairy protein, so making sure that we have the right amount of meat, okay, and the right amount of dairy as well, because dairy is very important for our bodies as well, for our bones, especially to making sure our bones are nice and strong. So non-dairy products and foods that are high in fats and sugars. Now, if you look at this circle, which section has the biggest section of all? Have a look at it, have a pause, have a look at it properly. Okay, so well done if you said the section with all the fruit and vegetables has the higher bit of the circle, okay? So we need to be making sure that we eat more vegetables and fruits than we do anything else. What's the second most thing that we should probably be eating in our diets? Well done if you said the carbohydrates, so the bread, the rice, the pasta, okay? Then have a think about what the third most that we should be eating in our diet. Well done if you said dairy, making things that you eat, things like cheese, yogurt, milk, okay, a little bit of butter in our diet, okay, because this makes sure that our bones are nice and strong. What's the next thing? So well done if you said the protein. So making sure that we have a little bit of meat on our, or, things like yogurt and beans in our diet, okay? And the least that we should have in our diet is things like fat, okay, like oil, okay, sugary things, okay. Making sure that we are allowed it in our diet because we need it, remember, for our body, okay, to keep our organs protected, but making sure we don't have a lot of it, okay. And this is the problem that most people have, because usually things like chocolate is very high in oils and fats and sugars. This is why people eat a lot of it and therefore will become overweight. So we need to make sure that our diet is nice and balanced, okay? So do you think all humans need the same amount in their bodies? Now, I've got lots of different people here, okay? What I want you to do is, in a minute, is have a quick pause and think, do these people all need the same amount of food, or same amount of nutrients in their body? Who do you think will need more of something? Who do you think might need less of something? Who do you think about what they're all doing as well? Think about, will all these people need the same amount of nutrients? Have a quick pause, have a quick think. Okay, welcome back. So here we have Usain Bolt, an Olympic runner, okay, one of the fastest men in the world. So do you think he might need more or less than the children? Do you think he might need less nutrients or more nutrients? Things like maybe protein in his diet, maybe things like carbohydrates. Yeah, so Usain Bolt would need to probably consume a lot more carbohydrates because he's burning off more energy. He would definitely need more carbohydrates than this gentleman here who's sat at home doing his work, a bit like me. So he would need less food than less carbohydrates than Usain Bolt, because he's not being as active as he is. Okay, the more active you are, the more likely you're going to have of carbohydrates. Okay, same for this elderly woman here. So she might need more things like nutrients, things like with like the apples and the stuff, okay, fruits and vegetables to keep her healthy. Okay, she might need it more than the rest of these people because she's a little bit older. She needs things to keep her nice and healthy. Okay, and this woman here, she will probably need more carbohydrates than this gentleman here and these children here and this woman here, because she's working very hard in the fields. Do you think she would need more or less than Usain Bolt, the Olympic runner? So she probably will need a little bit less, but she will still need a lot of food like carbohydrate in her body to give her lots of energy. So Well done if you had a go at that. So your task today for your science lesson is to try and link up which of these names. So you've got carbohydrate, protein, fat, vitamins and minerals, and fiber. And you've got bread, butter, cereal, meat, and fruit. And what I would like you to do is match these to the right one. So where do you think cereal might go to? Do you think it might go to the carbohydrates, the protein, the fats, the vitamins and minerals, or the fiber? Okay, have a think. Where do you think the meat's going to go to? Okay, have a think. Carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, and fiber. So have a quick link of it if you need to. Again, you can either print this out or you can just do it on a piece of paper at home, just writing the ones next to each other. I don't mind how it's done, okay? Either way is great, okay? So then we're on to our next sheet. So we've got the body needs to blank. The body needs, the body needs carbohydrates too. The body needs proteins too. The body needs fat too. The body needs fiber too. The body needs vitamins and minerals too. And on this side, you have help our body to digest food that has been eaten, give us energy and protect our vital organs, to help us grow and repair our muscles, to help our bodies stay healthy, work properly, and fight infections, to give us energy. So what I would like you to do, it doesn't matter how you do it. If you want to print this out, if you can, or if you want to, just write on a piece of paper, linking the right ones to each other. Again, I don't mind how you do it. So then we're on to our last one. So again, this is just a written form of it. This is when you can write your own words into this, okay? The body needs carbohydrates too. Body needs proteins too. Again, it's just another way you put in your own words into it, okay? Again, write it out if you need to. If you can print it out, brilliant. And remember, send any work to my email address, which is y3willow@australiabyronwood.org. I really hope that you send your work to me. I would love to see your science work, because we're going to do a bit more science work not tomorrow, but the next day after that, okay? So please make sure you send your work to me, and I'm looking forward to seeing all your fantastic work. That's it for me today, and hopefully see you soon.